Hello everyone. In this presentation, we are going to see about the questions what I have given for CAA1. So the CAA1 questions I have posted in the Google Drive, so you can check it. And a few clarity we are going to take in these questions. So as of now, we have covered only the practical most, and we have to pay attention on theory also, right? How to answer for the questions. Because especially we have the practical knowledge and we have to bring that practical knowledge into theory. Okay, so I'm going to use that technique only, how to write the answer for the 2 marks and 5 marks and 10 marks also, right? The same pattern you can follow for your semester examination also, right? All right. Now for CAA, I have listed few questions here which I taught, and some of the questions may be the new for you. So we will see one by one, 2 marks, and also 5 marks. You see, this 5 marks, everything we have covered, right? And we have two 10-mark questions that also we will see. Let me start quickly. First, see, I have listed here 10 2 marks. So 10 2-mark questions I have given for you. When you are going to write the exam for CA, which means the for CA1, I am telling. For this, I will choose any of the 5 questions from these 10 questions. Okay, any 5 I will give. So which 5 I will give, that you will not come to know till you write the examination, right? So you have to prepare all the 10, then only you can answer, which means you are able to answer for that. Otherwise impossible. You will prepare first 5. For example, if you're preparing first 5, what if I'm choosing last 5, right? So you are going to lose the entire 2 mark uh, question answers. You're going to lose that marks in that. So what I'm telling is, so you have to prepare all 10, then only you can answer for 2 marks, right? Next, we have 5 marks. In 5 mark questions, we have 4 here. 4 questions I have listed here. In this also, any 2 I will give. So you're not going to choose it. In the sense, the same idea what we have for 2 marks, the same idea we have for 5 marks question also. So you have to prepare all 4. In that, I'll give any 2, right? Coming to 10-mark question, we have two questions here. In this 2, any one will be asked. Any one will be asked with that and all on spot I will choose. Okay, all right. So now the pattern we have seen. Okay, now we will see the answers for all 2 marks. Okay, so some of the questions I have given answer in this. So some questions we will generate the answer on spot. Okay. Okay, now on your screen, first question I have listed here, that is, what is C language? What is C language? So let me split the screen. So, all right. So in left side, you have the answers, question along with the answers. And right side, you have the question. Okay, first one is, what is C language? Let me drag this towards right side. Okay. So C language is a general purpose procedural programming language that was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at Bell Laboratories of at Anti Labs. Okay, it is known for its efficiency, flexibility, and portability, making it a popular choice for system programming. Okay, I'll tell you what is system programming. Okay, later, including operating systems, compilers, and embedded systems. Okay, right. Actually, a few of the words may be the new for you. I will explain it quickly. So C is the general purpose procedural programming language. So here we have something new, procedural programming language. Procedural programming language in the sense we have some structure. Okay, some structure we have. If we have the structure, then it is very easy to code. So what is the structure we have? We have first link section that we have to give. Then we have global declaration. Actually, global declaration I didn't teach you yet, but after the link section, we have what? Global declaration, right? After that only what we have main function. You know that very clearly, the structure of the program. So the basic structure of the program, already I taught you. Link section will be there, main function will be there, executable part will be there, declaration part will be there, declaration section, then main function ends, right? So here we have some structure. That's why it is called as what? Procedural programming language. We are following some procedure for this, right? Next, that was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972 at Bell Laboratories of the AT&T Labs. Okay, this is a place in US. They have developed this programming language. It is known for its efficiency. So effectively, we can do the code. Flexibility, easily we can understand, we can implement also. Portability, portability in the sense very simple. So so we will do two things when you are when you are giving the code. So first we will type the code, then we will save it. After saving that, we will compile it. Two things we will do: we will compile and we compile, we will execute. Compilation is different, execution is different. And also execution part, we can call it as a runtime. Okay, run the program means execution, right? Compiling the program, you know that to convert high level language, which is high level language, C language is a high level language. That high level language we are converting what? Converting into low level language. That is the meaning here, right? So when we are compiling the program, okay, it will generate one exe file, exe.exe extension it will be. That exe file, when you run the program, that exe file will be taken to the processor, then it will get processed. That is the thing happening. So when you compile the program, the file is generated, no, that exe file. That file we can copy. Only that file we are going to copy. We are not going to copy the source code. Source code means the entire code. That exe file we can copy and we can put it to some other system, computer, and if you are running it, then it will run. Okay, that is called portability. In any system, the exe file will run, which means the Windows systems, Windows-based operating systems. All right. What is portability? That also we have seen. So making it a popular choice for system programming. Actually, system programming in the sense mainly for system softwares. System software in the sense the software which communicates directly with the system hardwares. So here, system in the sense system in the sense it is a it's a set of components. Okay, set of components. To manipulate those components, physical components, we have to give the instruction. That instruction is nothing, the program. Okay. So what are the programs we can develop by using C language? We can develop operating systems, compilers, and embedded system. The embedded system in the sense in real time we have implemented many things like router. Router is a physical component in that we have uh, software. That software will read the IP address and it will direct that packet into the right place. Okay, so embedded system, in that also we have implemented C language. Okay, so this is the answer. If you encounter with any question like this, what is C language, then this is the answer you have to produce, right? All right. Next, second question, what is computer program? See, what is computer program? So second question we have, what is computer program? Right side you can check. Let me minimize it. Yeah. So computer program is a collection of instructions. Collection of instruction in the sense here instruction means line. Each and every line we are mentioning one by one. Hash include, void main, and the inside declaration part we have. And after that, the executable part. Many things we have. If condition, else, if else. else if ladder. Then we have for loop also. This all things comes under what is instruction. Okay, so collection of instruction. It is collection of instruction that perform a specific task. A specific task when executed by a computer. When executed by a computer, this is the thing we are doing. What we are doing, we are typing some instructions as per the question. Then we are compiling it and we are executing it. That's it. Okay. So program can be written in either high level language or low level language. So here you can write in high level language or low level language. That's not a problem. According to the question, we have answer here. High level language in the sense C, C++, Java, those things we can use. Low level language in the sense we have to use binary numbers as a programming language. Okay, depending on the task and the hardware being used. So, see, students, some additional points we have to see. Actually, when we write the code, we have to keep the thing. The system should have the sufficient physical component, which means the hardwares. For example, if we have very less number of memory, we cannot give more number of codes, which means more number of instructions, because if the number of instruction increases, it is going to occupy more space in your memory. If you don't have memory in your system, in the sense sufficient memory, definitely those codes will get stuck in somewhere. So the program will terminate abnormally. So normally in the sense, normally means what output you are expecting that will come. Abnormally means when you are compiling or when you run the code, automatically the terminals can go off, or sometimes the system will get crash. These all things occurs. So when you write the code, we have to keep few things in your mind that the system hardware should be sufficient one for the particular code. Okay, so nowadays we are not bothered about that because we have a plenty of memory. We have high speed processors. We have a vast memory of random access memory, right? So that we no need to worry about it. But when we are giving coding for a vast software, which means large softwares, then we have to consider physical components also. All right. Okay. So this is the answer for the second question. See, students, few points I cannot explain in the classroom because we have very less number of months to complete the syllabus. That's why I'm giving lecture through YouTube. So multiple times we have to see this thing to understand about. Okay. Now we will move on to the third question. In third question, what's the question? Why C is called as high level language? So this answer you know already. High level language, low level language, mid level language. So C is called as high level language because it allows programmers to write instructions that are machine independent. Look at this. This is new for you. Machine independent. You see, here we have machine independent. Then which one will be the machine dependent? See, machine dependent, we have something called as low level language that you know that is nothing binary numbers. If you are writing the code in binary numbers, then that is called as machine dependent. But if you are writing the code in high level language, that is called as what? Machine independent. Machine independent. Why it is machine independent? Because we need some other program to convert this high level language to low level language. That is the thing. From high level language to low level language, if you want to convert, you need some other software to support. For that support, what we are taking, compiler we are taking. So when you are using compiler, do you think this is very closer to the system components? No. When you are taking compiler, compile with the help of compiler only we can convert high level language into low level language. That's why you see the C language is not what? Machine dependent, which means it is machine independent. Okay, right. And easier to understand, similar to human language. So we are familiar with languages like, excuse me, languages like English and your mother tongue, these all things. We are not familiar with the computer languages like low level language. in the sense numbers, so that as per our convenient we have made some changes in the languages. Then we can write the code in English that we can convert into low level language by using some softwares like compiler, assembler we have, right? All right. Next, what does the printer function do in C? The printer function do What is the printer function do in C? Yeah, the printer function is used to print text and variable values to the standard output, typically the console or terminal. You see, standard input in the sense our monitor, sorry, standard output in the sense our monitor. Output means what? It is going to display the answer in what? Monitor only, which means we are using printf statement. We are using printf statement. Sorry, printf it is. We are using printf function. The printf points to what? The monitor. Okay. And we are formatting the printf statement. What is formatting? You see, whatever you give inside this double quotes. For example, I will type result here. Whatever I type here, it is going to reflect what? Into the terminal screen. Terminal or console screen, in the sense the black screen you will get no to see the output. That is called as console screen or terminal screen. Okay. So whatever we give in the double quote, that is going to print on the screen, then separated by comma, then you will give the variable name. Some variable name you are going to print, that variable name you will give. For that variable name, format specifier you have to give inside the what? Double quote. So let me give percentile d. I am assuming I am going to print one integer value, right? So here the output, which means the console screen, see console or terminal. Console or terminal in the sense the output screen only. The black screen will appear now. That is called as console screen. That console screen output we can format. Format in the sense, you see, whatever I give in this, it is going to reflect on what? The console screen, right? So that's why the printf statement is called as what? Printf statement is called as standard output function. Standard output function. Okay. This is printf. All right. So this is the answer for this. Okay. Next one, what does the scanf function do? Actually, scanf it is scanf function, and here also scanf function. Scanf function, right? The scanf function is used to read formatted input from the standard input device, typically what? Keyboard, which means the scanf function is going to scan the keyboard. When it scans the keyboard on the screen, it will show the cursor, it will blink there. There you will enter the value. Okay, which means when you enter the value, the scanf function will take that value and it will store into the that particular variable. For example, I have a variable a. For this, I'm taking some value. Okay, so I'm taking value through the console screen, right? So if I give 3, the 3 will be assigned to the variable a. The a will be in the memory, random access memory. In random access memory, we will be having the variable. This is variable name, and the value during the runtime you are going to give, right? This is the value 3 will be assigned to a, right? Let me clear this. So scanf function is used to read in the sense the input from the user. Read formatted input. Formatted input in the sense we can format the input, which means we can use backslash n in scanf function, or correct? No, scanf function we can use. Scanf function we can use backslash n backslash t also, which means we are going to format the console screen. That's why it is called as what? Formatted input function. Formatted input function. And here the printf is called as formatted output function. Okay. From the standard input device, typically the keyboard. That's it. Next, what is the role of the main function in C? The main function is the entry point of the C program. Entry point of the C program, which means main function will open like this, right? and inside that you will give brackets like this. So this is the beginning of the main function. Main function begins. Main function begins here. Here main function ends. Main function ends. Okay. Right. Let me remove this quickly. The main function is the entry point of the C program, which means when you run the program, the execution will start from the main function only. It will not start from the hash include stdio.h, not from that. From main function only, it will start its execution. Okay, that's why it is called as entry point, the starting point. It is where the program execution begins. Okay, so if you have a set of code, so if you execute the program will start its execution from the main function only, not from the hash include. Okay, all right. Next, how commands can be written in C. So you know very well commenting. So it will begin with what? Forward slash followed by that asterisk symbol is used to mark the start of the comment, and it terminates with what? Asterisk followed by that forward slash. Okay. For example, if I want to comment these two statements, okay, I can give in this way here, and where the statement ends here, I can give comment like this. That is the meaning of that statement. All right, let me remove this. And question number 8. What do you mean by local and global variable in C language? Listen, students. Actually, I didn't taught this thing. What is local variable? What is global variable? Um, with the help of the C++, let me quickly do it. Okay. Let me take one already exist program. Big. Um, array.c, big.c, duplicate, increment. Okay, let me take increment.c. Okay, in this program, you see, don't bother about the program, how it works, just observe. See, inside the main, we have the declaration part, right? So this is called as local variable. This is called as local variable, which means the scope of that variable means this variable can work, which means this variable will be working only in this scope, because we have closed the gate here. This flower bracket, open flower bracket, and this closed square bracket is the gate, is closed. The main function gate is closed. That's why it's local. These variables are local for this entire thing. Okay, so we cannot take this variable, we cannot use it outside of the function. Here we cannot use it. Okay. Coming to global variable, you see, before void main, we have to declare. Okay, let me declare it quickly. Hash define. This is the syntax, hash define, followed by that variable name we have to give. For example, pi value, if I'm using in this program, pi space 3.14. That's it. So wherever we use pi inside the program, it will be printed, which means wherever if I want to use pi in pi value, that is 3.14, if I want to use somewhere here, c is equal to 3.14, if I want to give, I can give pi here, break, which means c is equal to what? 3.14, it will print. Okay, which means this is common for this entire program. That's why it is called as global variable. The scope of this variable, which means this is the variable name, this is the value. See, I'm not given equal to in this. Equal to you should not give. Hash define means this is I am going to declare as a this one, this the pi variable name I'm going to declare as a global variable for this entire program. So this pi is belongs to this entire program. Whereas the rest of things I have declared inside the main function, these are all called as local variables. Okay, and pi is nothing, the global variable. That's it. Okay, now we will go to theory part. So in theory, what is the question actually? Let me take it quickly. Yeah, local variable is used only in the functions where it is declared and defined. So where we will declare local variable inside the main function, right? Inside the main function. That's why it is called as local variable. Whereas in global variables are used more than one function. It can be accessible anywhere in the program. Say global variables are used more than one function. See, actually, the statement is something vary. Even though I'll tell you, see, uh, presently we are going to deal with only one function, that is main function. So after 1 month, we are going to deal with multiple functions. Okay, so we will be having user-defined function also apart from the main function. So there you will understand what is global variable. Presently you use this statement. Global variables are used more than one function. So multiple functions we are going to use. In that, it will travel from one function to another function to another function. So we will declare those variable as what? As hash define only, as I mentioned in this program. In this program, I have mentioned like this, no, like this only. So here also we will be having some other program. For example, int fun. So inside what I can do, I can print f, I can print value of pi. Okay, percentile d followed by that pi. Right. So now when I execute this code, what will happen? Uh, I cannot bring, which means, for example, let me give another statement also for clarity purpose. Yeah. See, let me change this to I, and this one I will change to right. Now I am printing pi value and I value outside of the what? Outside of the main function. Okay. You see, pi value that is 3.14 that will be printed here. No issues. 3.14. But I value will not be printed here. It will throw error. Look at this carefully. Let me compile and execute C. C is equal to pi. The bottom you can see C is not declared showing. Okay, let me declare it. No problem. There is no problem. Under C, I am not declared. All right. Let me compile it again. You see, now error is thrown where? Error is I undeclared. Undeclared in which function? In this function. Why? The reason is I is belongs to this function, not to this. Because here I is stands as what? Local variable for this function. All right. Now, for pi, it is not shown. For pi, it is not shown. Again, I will execute it. Pi, see, here pi, it's not shown in the error message. Because pi, we have declared as what? Global variable, which is common for these two functions. Here we have two functions. It is common for these two functions. That's why it is not thrown error. Okay. I hope you have understood. Right. Now, let me minimize this screen. Let me open the question part. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now we will do ninth question. See, ninth question we have done. Sorry, the question number I'm not arranged properly. As per the question, we find out the answers which we have here. And coming to eighth one, you see, write the syntax for if-else statement or conditional statement. See, if-else statement will come under conditional statement because we are specifying the condition for if. So what is the syntax here? So we have syntax for if-else. Let me give the answer it quickly. So here syntax is nothing. If open bracket, close bracket, okay, and flower bracket also you open, enter, else, square bracket you open and close, right? Now inside this if condition here inside the bracket we will give condition, all right, and here in this bracket statement, some statement we will give. This is the common thing we have to do. Statement, we can give statement one, we can take, and we can give multiple statement also inside the if condition. So that what I'm going to do, statement two, and followed by that statement n. Okay, similarly, it's applicable for else also. Okay, so this is the answer for eighth question. Write the syntax for if else statement. We have to give this one, right? Okay. Coming to 10th one, for loop. So for loop, you are very familiar. For open bracket, close bracket. Inside that, initialization, right? Initialization, which we will initialize. We will initialize I or any variable name you can give, right? After that, condition break. After that, increment or decrement. Okay, followed by that open bracket, close bracket. Same as what we have given here, the statement 1, statement 2, statement n, that we can take in this also. So this is the syntax for loop. Okay. Next, yeah, 5 mark question. So first question, basic structure of C program with neat diagram. This already we have seen. So in the notebook, you have the answer, I think. So we have to draw it, like section, this all things, and we have to explain it. What are the things we have in this section wise. Next, write the program, C program to demonstrate if else statement and explain it. So we have this program, if else statement. I think um, we can give the program this one, biggest of three numbers. Sorry, biggest of two numbers. There we used only if else statement. That we can take as an example in this, and we have to explain it. See, explanation we have separate mark. Writing code we have separate mark, and also in third one, write a C program to find the given number is prime or not. This already we have seen. So that program you write and explain it. Coming to fourth one, write a C program to find the biggest of three numbers and explain it. So this also we have seen and we have to explain it. Write the code and explain it. At last, we have 10 marks. Write a C program to demonstrate 1D array and explain it. This program also I have written on the board. You have written in your notebook also. Please refer the program and explain it. Coming to last one, write a C program to demonstrate 2D array and explain it. So 2D array also you have written in the notebook that you refer it. That's it. Okay. So we will see in the next video. Thank you.